Morning. Today's what? Thursday. Happy Thursday. Getting closer to the day when I was born. Hey, this is one milestone age for me, you know. Not telling me age still, but I'm a big man, you know. No joke about it. Big man. You don't know? You don't know? In case you didn't know. Oh. I'm a grown man, ladies and gentlemen. Just in case you didn't know. Work hard every day, thank God every day we didn't. Oh. Body sweat on my road. But me love my life. Every day man make it in a life. See the limit is the sky. My light up to shine. Live on TikTok. What on TikTok? Blessings. Take good time and get into this. This show, yeah. And then when you take your time getting in the show, you have to speed up the speed, you understand? Yes, move with some speed. Alright? Turn this on. Karen, what go on? Laura.
Bluetooth mode.
Hi, Laura. Big up yourself and Laura. Always there working. Tara, thank you, Tara. How you doing, City? Why am I there, you know? They have some things for my mind and I have to talk about, you know, because means I'm on it tomorrow, some other things will come up and then we don't even get to talk about it again, isn't it? So right now, that's why I have to come on right now. I don't want to procrastinate. From what I be procrastinate, I procrastinate. Do you understand? So I don't want to procrastinate right now. Just want to get it done. Done. Yeah, man, I want to get it done, man. Alright, so just to stay within context, because sometimes, you know, we drift off and go into some other things. Daryl Vaz, favorite 3 words. Why elaborate? Oh, somebody block me live without me saying. Oh, somebody like send things to me live and I don't even send it now. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing a while ago. Like 0, bro. What? No, man. You want to stay, so brother? Oh, it's 6:17 in the morning, England. Okay. That's what's up. Come on, man. Stop it. It's 6:17 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus. God have mercy. That's a gone. I try some things over, so what are the people? No, you know, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. God have mercy. So I'm going to take place now. Already. Yeah, man, let me make that stare so at least I can see a little bit on the message going on, alright. I know TikTok still, you know. I'm for put up yourself, right? I'm for put up yourself. No, none of that. That good, me I talk about the picture. The client. Put that picture there up there, you know. Yeah, man, that's like me I talk about anyway. Alright, so Daryl Vaz. Three favorite words: Badmind, wicked, and evil. I know some Mr. We know some tackling and some serious issues which you are get into. And Andre Stevens, yo. Yo, Andre, brother. Yo, sometimes you have to cool off with him. I say, Andre needed the man there wicked in the night, and I say, yo, Chano, not one of them no good, ladies and gentlemen. Not one of them in the Jamaica Labour Party. Can you believe it? What a anger. Anyway, let's touch on these things, yes? But first, before I go there, what is a deep London 45 put Andrew Honest in my place. Now tell me. Before we play London 45, I play this. You remember this? This is Isaac Buchanan asking Andrew Honest about helping to fix roads. Listen to this from Andrew Honest.
Say that the practical solution which rightly the minister would have advised is to, if you can stop the gap, you're going to have to do that. But how long can I afford to do that in a private capacity while we wait? And so I just need you to consider that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just listening to the Member of Parliament, I can see his passion and the genuine desire of wanting to help. And just reflecting that when I became a Member of Parliament, I may have taken the same posture.
No, when he became a Member of Parliament, he took the same posture, where he genuinely cared. So, what I want to ask Andrew is caution, big up yourself, and Karen. What I want to ask Andrew is this: what changed? I want to listen to Isaac Buchanan say now, and then how he responded.
I afford to do that in a private capacity while we wait, and so I just need you to consider that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just listening to the Member of Parliament, I can see his passion and the genuine desire of wanting to help.
So, two things I want to remember: the passion of Isaac Buchanan and his genuine desire to help. Those are the two things that. But I'm going to put this as a few people in on TikTok so I can see the message. So Isaac Buchanan showed a genuine desire and a passion to help the people in his constituency. Alright? What did Andrew say about those two things?
And just reflecting that when I became a Member of Parliament, I may have taken the same posture.
So when he became a Member of Parliament, he may have taken the same posture. And everybody laughed. And Andrew face says it all. Now I still going to ask the question. Mr. Andrew, sir, you are no longer taking the same posture of having a passion and genuinely caring to help the people of your constituency. Is that what you're saying here, sir?
Yeah, you will learn. You will learn. You will learn. You will learn. But remember, when we sit here and make the rules, we are not intent on breaking them. But when exceptional circumstances are brought to our attention, we will have to address them. The provisions made to members of Parliament, and let me say this, and I have to be the one to say it because you're going to face your constituents who will tell you, the Prime Minister allocated $5 million to you, to your constituency. Fix all the roads. The funds that are allocated to members of parliament are not meant to replace the functioning ministries, departments, and agencies who have the budgets to actually deliver the service. The allocations that are given to members of parliament are there for them to be able to respond to urgent, critical welfare and health and other critical social needs and some infrastructure needs.
So, when the disaster came the other day, they got 10 million. And some people got some extra millions after. We had to wait on you coordinating or putting some type of coordination to the ODPEM at PEM that you said had gaps. All that time while you guys was doing all of that, people were suffering. People were thirsty, people were hungry, people are even still now in similar situations. In some places, not most of them, not in the, but still in some places there's still a lot of people misplaced, actually need help. There's still people mentally traumatized by Hurricane Melissa. And I'm gonna play a clip to show you and prove to you that people are still, they have PTSD because of their experience in Hurricane Melissa. Grown men, women, don't even mention the children. So, the agencies are supposed to be working. What happens when the agencies don't work? Who represents the people? What happens when the agencies don't work? Is it the responsibility of the government to facilitate making sure whatever gaps are in that agency is fixed? As being, the representative of the people of Jamaica. I'm just asking because I'm not certain.
But the member of parliament is not the executive director of the NWA or the managing director of the NWA. He's Portland. And for all MPs. So,
and I think Andrew tried to embarrass Isaac Buchanan and son him because he's new. That's just me. Isaac might not come out and say it because he's not like that. But he's not a fool. He knows what he knows, and he can read people. This is my opinion of the situation. We try to son him, make and small him up,
If you have said you have brought it to the attention of the minister, I just had a word with the minister. There is a process. These things, if you bring them to the attention of your NWA parish manager, or I suspect that road is a parish council road, that you bring it to the superintendent of works in the parish council. Those matters would then funnel up into the larger budget, and then the decisions are made as to how the larger budget is allocated to what is a priority.
So, London 45. Talk to about this man now, because we just hear him. We just hear him say, suggest that, that's a big ass truck. Whatever was in his way, I hope it came out of the way. Oh, look like I didn't care, they probably come off at the intersection. Okay. Yeah, so we just heard Andrew pretty much said something that was questionable, that could appear as if he really doesn't have that same zeal he had as a representative for his constituency from when he was younger. So maybe he made promises he couldn't keep, and maybe he's still making promises he can't keep. I don't know. But now he understands the procedures and the red tapes, but he really tried to son. The passion and the care for the people is really what I'm focused on. It's kind of weird what he said, but listen to this.
Honest, sir, I just wake up, but God in every moment. I just look into everything and I say, boy, I say, honest, you are Satan himself. Mr. Honest, you don't see the people them down a country I dig through rebel. I try to build up back them all, sir. Mr. Honest, and that's where the people them down a country I go through. Jesus have mercy, now, sir. Mr. Honest, and that's the old people them down a country I cry out for homelessness. You know, see? Jesus, no, man. I'm speechless right now. My don't tell a lie. I'm speechless right now. I'm speechless. Mr. Honest, the people them down a country still a ball out for homelessness. The people them down there still a ball out for food. People down there still a ball for food. And you sit down and go like everything alright. Yes, all down at Pictures Field, down at the school. No one wants people to go back to school more than the people themselves. But what is it that you've done to make sure, to ensure that the persons or the people who are going to leave Petersfield School have somewhere to put them head?
That is important. It's not like persons that didn't go to a shelter. The fact that they went to a shelter, one is because they knew they probably don't have any choice and knew that they were going to be in a space that, you know, would cause them to lose their life because of the waters or, you know what I mean, the wind or whatever. And maybe it was after surviving the storm and their houses were destroyed, they just didn't have anywhere to go and they had to go to a shelter. So how do you take those people now and tell them have to leave by January and there's no transition? There's no real transition that we can say tangible, say, all right, yo, for all of the people that we have, we know so we then cover them good. You know what I mean? Solid. Remember in a pandemic, you know, man. Remember say people when I stay at hotel, you know. I don't remember the pandemic. People were staying in hotels, baby. So what changed? What actually changed? What is all of this? This behavior is not in line with our policy. What behavior? What have I done? What have I said? I don't understand why I keep getting these. What have I said for TikTok to be sanctioning my life like that? Anyway.
The children have somewhere to lie. Mr. Owens, let me tell you something. Always remember that there is a God. You hear me? Always remember there is a God, because you seems to forget that there is a God. You're treating the people of this country with iron fist. And it is a shame and sinful and persons who coming out here to defend you. My heart is hurting for what's going on for my people. We're approaching 2 months after Hurricane Melissa. And people still haven't gotten the help that they deserve and needed from the government of this country. When you get billions of dollars to help the people still have to go through rebel. People are still rooting through rebel to help themselves, especially the elderly. Mr. Owens, let me tell you something. Your mother alright, your 2 daughters them alright, your wife alright, your father alright. And you are perfectly fine. But the people of this country who had gone and faces the devastation and the blow of Hurricane Melissa still going through it and will be going through it for a long, long time.
Exactly.
And it's time for you to buckle up, open your heart, and show compassion and love, care for the damn people then.
And, you know, when people want to defend the Prime Minister, let me give you an example of what we mean by this. I could give you an example about what I think could be a way how the Prime Minister could show that he has a heart and he really cares. Because I really don't see it. You understand? What's up, maidens? Let me tell you, one of the things he could do. One, you say, the Prime Minister could have pitched this in Parliament to all the politicians, right? He could have said to them, as the leader of this country, right, the Prime Minister, as the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, I want to put it to this honorable house that all 69 of us, all government officials in the head of the government, pledge 30% of their earnings to building back Jamaica better, especially in regards to regular man and woman life. And be specific. People that are homeless, we have to fix that. Right? Because that's an immediate need and it's very important for children, young women, older women, elders to be in a safe space as possible with a roof over their head and not out in the elements, not even if you're weak, if they really care. Pitch that to the house and vote on it. And let us see who they are. Let us see which politician is going to stand up and say, I vote against giving 30% of my money that the same people and pay me through them tax dollars to help those people. You want to know if the JLP is really non-partisan? Tell them to do that and be to it. Make the Prime Minister go up and say, let's pledge 30% of our salary. That's almost a third. Let's pledge that for a year. One solid year. Ladies and gentlemen, you'd be surprised how much pool of money that would come up to between all 69 members. You'd be surprised. And then you have the lower house, you have the Senate, 30%. That's more. So you have 69 with that. Let's really see if it's really about the people of Jamaica. Let them do that immediately. I don't see not even one PNP could have stand up against that vote and survive politically. They would have ushered them out. Usher them out. You understand what I'm saying? Usher them out. So you see, when they do something like that, you would already have had assessed people on their needs in terms of housing. Them tell me say my appeal was not approved. Really? TikTok? So what me do so? 2 restrictions. And you know what I hate? What I hate is that they don't give you specifics. That's what I hate. I really hate that. It says the same thing over and over again. Yeah, sure. TikTok, whatever. Nah, focus on.
The people them still suffer. We are approaching one of the time of the year when most people look towards happiness.
True.
Christmas, and the people them don't even know how the word of Christmas should start right now because they don't have anywhere to go, anything to do, nothing but to worry when is help coming, when is it gonna get better for the people, Mr. Holness? When is it that you're going to look aside politics and stand up for the people as a leader of this country? A real leader don't watch color.
Let me tell you what this government has done. Told the world that Jamaica is resilient and tell us to tough it out. Whatever your situation, tough it out. Don't bawl, don't complain. Tough it out. Don't make me look bad. Just tough it out. Yeah, man. That's why they want to shut down the mainstream, not mainstream, but independent media personnel. like myself. Yeah, I'm not corporate at all. Not saying I can't be, but I don't like to be programmed. I don't like to be programmed. The only entity that I want to program me is God. Just understand what I say. I don't like to be programmed. God is the only entity allowed to program me. Yes? So I'm not corporate. So,
A real leader take care of its people. Jesus have mercy, Jamaica. I'm not telling a lie now. We need a lot of psychologists. We need a lot of psychologists down in Westmoreland. The people.
yo, I'm glad she said. Wait till I see the next video I'm gonna play. When I hear the next video, I'm glad she said.
Down there are suffering more than ever.
Trust me.
And people one side, because they don't see what's happening, think everything is okay. Mr. Oldness, may God help your soul. But he's a demon. He's a demon. You open the gates of hell on the Jamaican people. You're fighting the people with an iron fist. As you says, you're gonna declare war. And you declare war upon the nation, and we're feeling it. And even though we were not hurt in the path of Hurricane Melissa, we're feeling it for the people because it's one Jamaica. But you are acting like it's two Jamaica. One for you and your thieving criminal friend them, and one for the people themselves. So you're all going to be happy, comfortable, and all right, and have everything that you all needed and want. But the Jamaican people that is in need more than ever, not getting the help that they needed when billions of dollars come in this country to help the people. Heartless and person still coming out here defending you. What is the strap that you have over these people's eyes that you're so blind to see who you is? Hey, oh God. Mr. Honest, sir, I just wake up, but God in every moment.
That man that want spell, mama. Those people are under a spell. And I'm not even joking, I'm so serious. Listen to this.
When you have the perfect
These advertisements, man.
Tears, pain, and survival now define life for the father of a father of three. Tears, pain, and survival now define life for the father of a father of three. Tears.
You hear the man start this to show you say it's real. It's not even like we can't even. It's not even exaggeration. Tears in the man's eyes. Yo, I'm telling you, man, this thing is serious. People are there and they really going through it. They haven't recovered from Hurricane Melissa mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. They haven't recovered. When you strip hope from somebody, you know, it's different, you know. Hope.
Pain and survival now define life for the father of a father of three in Watercress, Westmoreland. Each night ends in the same place, a car seat instead of a bed, the Martha Lyons reports.
The road to recovery has been bumpy, so Jonathan Headley sleeps in his car next to the rubble that was once his home in Watercress, Westmoreland. He's looking ahead, but October 28, 2025 continues to stir up emotions. The father of three burst into tears as he recounted the sequence of events that had him running for his life.
I'm sister, man. Run out. I'm going down there, so. There's 6 apartment house. I'm have to run out, bro. Let me see the mango tree dropping on the car. I'm have to run out, go down there, so them see the rooftop, 45. And couldn't know better, I go down there, so and stay there, I start pray to God, I say, good Jesus. I start pray. Pray. Tell me some people are gonna come. I'm there and I just relax myself. And you know, it's stressful, brother, trust me. And when it blow down, there's some say nothing. You know, look at sheet there. Everything in the house. Nothing to save me. I'm amplifier, I'm a turntable, I can't show them because enough of them know this. Everything just wet up. And the whole house just blow down, I don't know the zinc them gone.
That set the mood for the remainder of our visit. Eventually, he showed me around the yard where he's trying to piece his life back together. Bank cards, account details, birth certificate. All important documents were floating on water. What he could save, he has them on a piece of zinc in the sun, trying to get them dry. He uses zinc, board, and a drum to catch rainwater to flush an outside toilet. Another setup here to collect water for other use. This is what he managed to put together from old materials.
Go on and take me start. Take up 1 or 2 pieces of board and start take out nail and do what me have to do.
Earlier, I mentioned the car turned bedroom. Even that comes with challenges for the man who's just trying to make things work.
Just man won't sleep in the car. I have the 3 kids, but them nice with me. Sometimes more I could stretch out. Peeing up, man, start them place. Peeing up. To them, my daughter come here and bring one like a net, because I have 2 beds. 2 beds in the house. So through them wet up and them stink, so normally, me just use the canvas and spread on it. But what happened now, me can't see how that little part and I catch it up. I still can't sleep in them because the mosquito them terrible. So when I lock up in the car now and relax myself, there's no mosquito bite.
And some nights, sitting among the mosquitoes and accepting the bites willingly is the more appealing option.
When I lock up in the car, it's kind of hot.
Wow.
So about 12 o'clock, I sit down out here and I get a little breeze until my feet sleeping. I'm just going in the car and lock up. And it's trust me, if I had the money, I would just know my thing and, build back a little house and thing like that. But it's very hard. It's very hard. Even me do like a farming, see me, and nothing at all I see. Nothing. I plant like a scallion, like a cabbage, every little thing. Nothing to see, everything just gone.
Mr. Headley made this plea for a container home.
I'm asking her, please, I need it. I need a container, I need it. I don't say I just...
Watercress, Westmoreland. His number is 876-405-2575. This is on TVJ. You want on container home. People, the man about the man can't help himself. The man is feeling the what you call it, the PTSD, the Hurricane Melissa. Just remembering what he went through while the storm was going on. You hear the man saying, "Bah, Jesus, please, Jesus, help me." Fully humble. Next situation, yeah. In a party center, this better believe this is different situation. It's only one different situation. I tell you, say people are go through it, brother.
The story now of a fisherman who went missing a day after Hurricane Melissa in Parity in St. Elizabeth. A delayed search and insufficient resources are among the challenges his family has had to endure.
So in this story, when I go here,
Ayla Maitland has our story.
Stacey Myers looks out from the breakaway along the Parity Main Road in St. Elizabeth. It was here that her son, 27-year-old Shamar Samon, was last seen following Hurricane Melissa.
They told me that he was walking across, and then the force of the water washed him, go towards the sea.
Shamar, who's a fisherman, braved the Category 5 hurricane all alone in their 8-bedroom house while the others evacuated.
He decided he's gonna ride out the storm here, and which he did, and unfortunately survived that tragic storm and lost his life 3 days after.
After the hurricane passed, the family returned home to hear Shamar tell the torrid tales of floating furniture, clinging to columns and seeking refuge on the roof of their house. And as they cleaned the mud and muck from their home, Shamar left to go to the other side of the community. A makeshift rope ferry tied to slanted utility poles is what residents used at the time.
I heard somebody calling out, Charmaine, Charmaine, your son a washer. And when I went up there, I didn't see anything. I almost collapsed.
The family is furious. After reporting the incident, his mother revealed that the search took place only 2 weeks ago.
You don't come and
3 days after the storm, youth Ashley, she reported immediately. So, Carly said she reported November 5th. December 5th for 1 month. Today, almost 2 more weeks from that time. So, 1 whole month, he take the man them to come search for the youth body. But hear the excuse. I not say nothing, you know. I'm tired. I'm tired of them people. I'm tired of everything. I'm tired of this government. I'm tired of the system them that surrounds the government. I'm tired of the agency them. I'm just tired of them. Yeah, man, I'm truly tired of them. Because it's almost like the persons that are supposed to be in these positions working, that has the right attitude towards their work and their job, that are committed like a Isaac Buchanan, that has a passion for what they're doing. These are not the people that was, 1, presented in front of us to vote for, and 2, the ones that actually are in power. These are not the people. Because it starts from the top. Just like how Andrew can see gaps in the ODPEM. You don't see gaps in all the other agencies, police force, the JCF, everything. They talk about all this money that they pump into these places. But the only thing they're focused on is bringing down one type of crime in Jamaica. What about reacting to this the right way? What about recovering faster in that regard? And don't tell me say I have to build up my police station. Because I remember a mobile police station being a thing some years ago. Why we couldn't have mobile police stations all around Westmoreland now? How about that? Especially to drive on the roads that are drivable. You know, anything else, you use a bike, you use any other type of equipment, get there, don't have to do. If it's an emergency, obviously JDF them have helicopter. Make sure so then they're close in that parish. Make sure so they have gas and fuel, ready for gas up my move. And I go back to this. Why didn't the government take the offer from the Cajun United Navy official? From the United Cajun Navy official? Why didn't the government take their offer to get all those equipments down here for search and rescue? I keep going back to that. You know what I keep going back to? Andrew is saying that they were ready and they had a credible preparedness and recovery strategy on CNN that would ensure that they could reach the people immediately after the storm. And then we have these situations that is popping up now and being highlighted now in mainstream media. When, you know, independent vloggers like myself has been pushing these stories out for the people. Wow.
And do the search and you're going to tell me, say, I'm not going to see. We only all get bits and pieces because it's long overdue. Whose fault is that? Because I reported from the very first day.
So the lady said she reported it from the very first day, which means then 3 days after the storm would be November 2nd the latest. November 2nd the latest. 28, 29, 30. 1, 2. November 2nd the latest. So it took them a month. One whole entire month. What is the scale we use to measure efficiency in these agencies? What is the scale? And sometimes I can't even blame the agency them. One, them not properly equipped, and two, them not properly paid. But then they decided to do a job. You know what I mean? They decided to do a job.
So that's their fault and their negligence. TVJ News reached out to the police about the delayed search, but we did not receive a response. A police source told our news team that they were overwhelmed by the amount of requests for assistance. Additionally, the roads in the days after
the police were overwhelmed by requests for help. All right. See, may I try offer solutions? I may ask questions. So, hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to be balanced. Wouldn't a body being lost be a priority? Lost in the water, wouldn't that be a priority? Why do I say that? The health factor of it, like the graves on the video. I saw a video with an elder and his wife, and he saying I move and the lady she not move, and there were graves that were uprooted by the water for health reasons, obvious health reasons. That has to be dealt with fast, quick, urgent. It would set precedents of a higher priority scale. I guess my point is, at what scale does a body to be retrieved out of water that people are walking in and everything to cross and go there and there? At what point does that set a precedent? What was the plan by the government? Was there a plan to go and remove carcasses from the waters? Animals and otherwise? Was there a plan? What was that like a code red in terms of the importance of it? Because you know you have levels in it. You do it, there's a strategic level of response that the police and the JDF should have already understood, and it's called coordination. You deal with the high priority things first, and then you get to the other things. Obviously, helping clearing the roads, access is more important, right? And once you have the helicopters, you use those, and you use the sea. That should have been the first thing. Clearing the roads, very important. Use the sea, use the waters. Once the roads are cleared, you have access, right? And what you can do now is to mitigate the flow in those areas where it's most devastating. I'm saying controlling the flow of traffic is important. So we also have one lane. I'm not saying people shouldn't have free flow to come in, but yo, you cannot go there for sightseeing. I must aid you carrying your part of the media, them type of vibe. Feel what I deal with? Get on top of things somewhere. Start to assess people building, people place. And all this can be done simultaneously. You don't have the resources, bro. You want people that offer help around the world. Make a phone call. use United Cajun Navy. What exactly do you have that I can use in this reaction and recovery for the next 3 months? Ryan Campbell Salute. You can rotate people that will volunteer, communicate, exhaust all your options then. But show us, man. Show us some level of urgency, which that really went through the window. The urgency part went through the window. Right now, Jamaica it's like people who are defending the foolishness is accepting media worker from the government. Because I heard on Jonas when he was younger, that passion, when he just started. The young fella, young politician, you have to understand. Listen, you'll learn. That type of thing. Yeah, man, you will learn. Wow. I find that very insulting. I find it disrespectful that he said that. I don't know why, but I do. It wasn't just a slap in the face of Isaac, it was a slap in the face of we, the employer. Right? We employed him. No matter which way you want to spin it.
After the hurricane were impassable, the flooding from the Black River, the Parity Pond, and the Caribbean Sea limited the search and rescues. When the JDF officers conducted their search more than a month later, they too were impacted.
He didn't even spend 5 minutes down the bottom to soldier them. Because they go down and come back up.
Because I'm saying why it's because of the current?
That's what he told me, the soldier man.
But even as the government...
So, them died for the guy, but it looked like the current serious because I think the water is going to the sea. So the sea coming up through the wall. Because I remember watching a video from Parity where the people are explaining. All those sinkholes and them something over there, the water from the sea come up and the fresh water gone to the sea. So there's a full connection and a synchronization between the flow of water from one of the wall to the next. The force where the sea are coming with, it send itself into the land. So a lot of these areas, with the next disaster that is prophesied for Jamaica, and I know a lot of people don't like to hear me say it, but preparation better than, if me did listen to Bolo, if me did listen to Pastor Peter Chambers, Mark Stewart, Apostle Jeffrey Shutter, so many people, if me did listen.
Races to fix the breakaway, the family fears that Shamar's body could still be buried in the rubble.
How they supposed to dump the road? And when they haven't come and do a proper search for my son, so I can get closure.
Head of the St. Elizabeth Police Superintendent Coolidge Minter says the recovery efforts continue across the parish. Shamar Salmon is among over a dozen people initially reported missing. Meanwhile, Shamar's mother is clinging to hope that her eldest will be found. And so, every now and again, she musters up the courage to walk to the treacherous breakaway in hopes that she spots just a tiny piece of fabric of the clothes he was last wearing.
He was wearing a blue hoodie and a pretty short, which he asked me to get. He did have a nut strap bag on his back. Even if I see that, I would feel much better even if I got the clothes.
Jamila Maitland, TVG News.
People might go through it, People might go through it, you know, yeah, man, serious thing, man.
Yes, Jamaica, welcome back and come back over here. Oh, no, come here. Come here a second. Come here. I saw some things in the business news today and I don't really understand it, but I think it's worth highlighting. Proven investments and Cornerstone. Proven and Cornerstone Jamaica has struck a strategic partnership. Cornerstone and Proven. Cornerstone is equally Barita. And Barita's Cornerstone and Proven has struck a strategic partnership. What is the strategic partnership, Mr. Miles and Mr. Bunting? This sounds very interesting, Jamaica. I'll be closely monitoring this case. I'll be closely monitoring this matter. Closely monitoring. Look like you see Mr. Bunting and smile. It looks like he's him get a good partner draw. It's like it. But I can tell you, Jamaica, if this is a joined up thing, people like Sajikor, and all around and Cornerstone, no Jamaica. That looks very interesting. A very interesting take indeed. If you need the e-transfer information, send me a WhatsApp and you get it. But you, Daryl Vaz, you talking up in and puffing and talking and talking and talking and talking. He doesn't really speak in Jamaica. He barks. He barks. Poops barks. Listen to what Poops was saying when she was barking. Listen to this tonight, Jamaica.
The government of Jamaica has taken note of the 7% increase in JPS bills for electricity consumption in November. This increase approved by the OUR underscores several key issues that this administration has with the existing license.
How you are on the license coming? You know what? This all makes sense. Hold on, this all makes sense. This all makes sense. Hold on.
Let me remind once again that the JPS falls under the purview of the independent regulator, Office of Utilities Regulation, and not the Ministry of Energy or the government of Jamaica.
Okay.
The bottom line is that the current JPS license cannot continue in its current form. For this reason, as Energy Minister, I could not entertain the extension of the existing license and the existing terms for another 10 to 15 years. The current license...
Brother, why you keep coming out and saying that when Mr. Peter, is it Peter? No, Philip Palwell and other, contractual luminaries are stated, go have a private meeting with the people. Why does he keep doing this? Why him now using powers to negotiate a new deal? It can be done. I'm going to get to that. It can be done. It can be done.
Does not protect the consumer, and the independent regulator can do very little to intervene. Though this increase is significantly less than the amounts announced post-Beryl, which was as high as 16%, the position of the government is that we must have a license that protects the interests of the stakeholders. A better license must be the way forward.
So, if a better license must be the way forward, why didn't you take the suggestion of Philip Palwell when he stated that you don't have to wait till 2027? You can do a deal now. Pin that in on my ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go to a clip with Rastan Hyman and something they're talking about this said issue with this contractor with JPS and what the government can actually do. I'm gonna go to it.
I've seen the comments conflating the loan with the 7% increase, and let me make it clear. The alternative to the government providing the loan would be a 15-year extension of these inequitable terms and 15 more years of the JPS and the regulators doing little to protect the consumer. The JPS loan is therefore the best option to ensure that what happens now after hurricane does not have to be the norm for the future of Jamaica's energy profile.
You see that statement the way make? Needs to be marked down. Exactly, Georgima. He gave up whatever leverage he might have had. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So if it is Jamaica that the JPS license comes to an end next year, will JPS have any obligations to pay back those monies?
Da.
I'm going to ask it again.
Ask it
For
again.
and Jamaica. When JPS license come to an end, them can say them bankrupt, you know.
Of course.
Them can go and say them bankrupt in Jamaica. And then the citizens of Jamaica will lose. And Daryl will lose. Daryl never loses because Daryl get money off everything in this country.
Mighty God.
Everything that is attached to Daryl, allegedly there is a kickback to it.
Mighty God.
Everything, Jamaica. Everything, allegedly, there's a kickback to it.
Wow.
So Daryl never loses. Daryl wins. You know that Daryl is one of the most wealthy politicians in this country. And the wealth never come through his family lineage. It came through many questionable circumstances.
My God.
Many questionable circumstances. Daryl wins. Daryl always wins.
We're going to get back to Andrea, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to cover.
It run out now. The skirmish run out. Daryl Pumpa, say this.
Timing of the 7% increase of Jamaica Public Service bills for the November cycle. Addressing a press briefing on Tuesday, he said the approval, which was granted by the Office of Utilities Regulation, underscores a number of issues the government has with the current JPS license.
All right, so it's up himself because himself lent the money. And that, I remember I said when saying no. And the 5.5% to make them not put on no. Not that himself. To make the right thing not go, them not raise it pound, don't it?
Well, he did mention something about the 5% to make sure, say, yo, you know, some raising thing not going, so. Daryl says a lot. Daryl, you know, I'm not really focused on Daryl Fast, to be honest with you. Maybe I should pay more attention to what he's saying versus what he says afterwards and see how it's so mixed up. But I remember him saying something about a 5% for true. And one thing me know, hey, the teacher, him now, he's up off of Daryl, you know. This someone that upon Daryl Fast. Yes, brother.
Say, maybe.
So we know some now.
No, this is the same nasty one when you start and come back and attack something different too. I only believe in this guy. If I can walk back from election, if now I'm in it now, if now I go up in the office, you don't need it right now. You understand? Them don't need it. I think the people them are bump here, you see them? I think them licky through, you know.
Licky boy.
You understand? Them stop it. So you hear what I say, so hear this now.
Yes.
The bottom line is that the current JPS license cannot continue in its current form. For this reason, as Energy Minister, I could not entertain the extension of the existing license. No, we're not talking about if you fuck off. JPS, we know it's affiliates. We not ask you. We not ask you.
Yeah.
So when you come and talk, no matter what.
Listen, JPS not problem. They don't have a security license. If you move on, they're not sure about the future. They have this money with them borrow. Our day was lent. You know, I try to get things back up on the grid. Basically, it's a company where I try to still be a company and, you know, function and have a profit. I make money. That is the function of a company. We are the company's consumer. So it is quite obvious to anybody who says to me, say, if the company is going to go into debt, ladies and gentlemen, the prices of the products are going to go up, or the product is going to go up. How far up? We don't know, but we know say we're not going to go up. So the Minister of Energy can't promise you, say, if that is the case. And just because me not to remember 100% when say make me say if that is the case, right? right? That something I really follow. I don't really follow Daryl Vaz. I just 3 words we know him for. Bad mind, wicked and evil. That is it. When it comes to complex situations in terms of governance, it's a fail for me. You understand what I mean? It's a fail for me, ladies and gentlemen. Right? May then say it is so depressing. It is.
One I can take this, the bottom line. Remember, you know, you are them just in this one bag of discussion, you say for 2 weeks. You have the people that know you. And all the thing you say, you can't tell them, go them back, you know. Oh, the bottom line, oh, it's them start blame. This is how you tell them, you know, what we have to do. It's going to be the contract. You're fucking ass, the people don't like you. The utility, the all you are, we practicing them coming in with, them can't tell them no. But them have to have strategies to tell them no. If them see it unfair, they will tell them no. And they will tell them, say, you can't raise it to this. We know about the all you are, don't fuck yourself, don't think you go bad. Here's that piece of shit. Yeah? So the all you are, we tell them no, neither, because it's counterproductive. Because if JPS go dark, don't make a dark, do all that thing, it's come and come.
That bad.
And carry on, then you don't have to water pump and nothing at all. See? Understand? So them get, so you couldn't go tell them when you see them chop for cash, and them have to pay back and do that kind of little things. Impossible.
Yeah.
But the government.
The point we make is that the light bill have to go blame on them there. Right? Somebody said JPS is and Daryl Vaz is ripping off the Jamaican people. I mean, I don't really go so far in that. Some of the things them where him do, like the bus them, we still don't know how the money for the bus them go. Where's the money? The $1.4 billion. And the bus them there. The bus thing now keep. We bus after bus after bus. The bus them bus down. Bus down. Is that when the Daryl Vaz be busted? But the bus them there. So we have something else to worry about now. Mighty God.
I mean, through them always on the PR, and I tell lie. You know, so it come out and
listen, the bus, the drill. The bus, the drill. Wait there, where them there? Where is that? Where is that? Who own the drill, the company with the drill? Watch out, yeah, dude.
one like, never dog, we don't teach this, you know. He won't go back. He don't have no sense. See? And then he tries to trick the people. I talk about this way, though. Play politics and go to license. In the current license. The license have nothing to do with this, with how you are.
Listen.
The JPS can't get up and raise them things themselves. The how you are. I think them to go ahead and approve it. Google how you are and you see them work for them. Don't make you telling a fuck.
That's exactly what I do right now. That's exactly what I do right now. What is the function of the OUR Jamaica? The role of the Office of Utility and Regulations in Jamaica is to be the independent body that regulates key utility sectors. Electricity, JPS, telecommunications, water and sewage, ensuring quality and reliability and affordability for customers while allowing providers for returns. So, ensuring quality service from JPS, reliable service from JPS, affordability, not being the most expensive. Sassy 81, what's up? Not being the most expensive. We pay the most expensive light bills in the world, you know, Jamaica, you know? So this affordability part, you know, for customers while allowing providers fair returns the OUR has failed in that capacity, right? Handling complaints and setting service standards and rates, right? That is the job of the OUR, ladies and gentlemen. All right, in Jamaica, the Office of Utility Regulation, Office of Utility Regulation, sorry. That is their mandate. It was established in 1995. The OUR promotes fair competition, protects consumers' interests, and oversees sector development for national growth. Right? All of it. Just Google them. Google them. Say right.
Regulate the thing, the man is died of good. So JPS, no just get up right now Jamaica and say, you know, me I raise this. I mean, I'll be then them that put another 1,000% on no business.
You hear that? That make a lot of sense, right? If it wasn't for the OUR, JPS could simply go and just raise up the light bill to whatever they wanted to. Pay it or don't get no electricity. So that's what the OUR is there for, to regulate that. But I still think they could do a better job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
to be honest with you, I can't even curse. I think it's unfair to the OUR. It's the government, because I mentioned this. I brought this article, up, this piece of documentation up today. I have to bring it up back again because we're talking about, you know, oh wait a minute, sorry. Evidence files. I think this is where it's at. Yeah, here it is. We're talking about electricity, right? So this is important. On June 5th, Portia Simpson Miller, the Prime Minister at the time, June 5th, 2012, right, removed GCT on residential light bill. Right? That happened. It's on the JIS website. But when she lost power, and we're talking about power, right? Electricity getting power. Listen, laugh it, please. Entertain my jokes. Anyway, it says here that, my God, wait a minute. It says here that light bill will go up. Right? This was from JPS, right? Light bill will go up. And this was 11th of March 2017. So 2016, Andrew Jones went into power. 2017 March. President and CEO of JPS Public Service. This was definitely probably more than likely the first budget of the party, because they were coming off the old budget of People's National Party led by Portia Simpson Miller. The very first thing that they did, ladies and gentlemen, that has our light bills high up to this point till now, right? President and CEO of Jamaica Public Service, JPS Kelly Tomlin, says most of our customers will likely see an increase in their electricity bill. Why did she say that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there was a change. Finance Minister Ali Shah presented a change in his budget, a 16.5% general consumption tax. The tax was removed, you know, by the previous administration, and they brought back the general consumption tax, GCT, will be added to the bills of all JPS customers who use more than 150 kilowatt per hour. Again, I don't know if it's incompetence. I don't know if it's just wicked, and them do it on purpose to suffer the people in Jamaica. But ladies and gentlemen, Minister Shah says that the move will not affect 61% of the residents in the country. So in his mind, 61% of Jamaica, which would be a large majority of poor people, all that with the poor people, would not face any higher light bills because of the change. However, the caveat is this, Miss Tomlin, who is the actual expert, says average electricity users in March 2020, 2017, right, use more than the amount that is stipulated, which is 150 kilowatt per hour. So the same 61% that he said did not use or won't affect them, let's just say 61% of the people were affected, or more than that, more than likely, because the average person was using more than 100. And so all our light bills went up, and then we had more inflation over the years. Prices of gas gone up. The dollar, I mean, listen, the Jamaican people has been suffering with heavy light bills. We cannot get anywhere with these people. How can the economy grow? How? And they are to be blamed. It's nobody else. It is one thing after the other. Decisions that were made that were pivotal, right? That they didn't pay attention to. Again, I'm not even gonna say they didn't pay attention to it, because I don't know if what they're doing is intentional. I don't know if they're just sinister and evil and wicked for real. But sometimes I really believe they are, ladies and gentlemen. I genuinely believe this is a wicked and caring government. I cannot tell you a lie. From the core of my being, that is my belief. Because these things don't make any sense that they do. It just doesn't. Don't.
What I try to do is trick on the people and then blame the lies. Answer the lies. Remember, I'm a liar. He's a piece of shit. Don't make him trick on them.
I can't, bro.
See? And when I talk to a sense,
yo, teacher,
hey, they're tired right now. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I'm tired to hear them stupid ass, don't send people when them have a government in Jamaica. Them dumb, you know. Me and them can't go in a reason in a no way, because remember my brain work different from them. My brain, remember me a critical thinker, them is just thinkers. Yeah? So if I call my bedroom, them more critical thinker like this. Big up yourself, Patrick, you're Michael. Anthony, I big up it. Oh, some people them down here, you know. Them a very G mama soon. We just call some people when we know a critical thinker down here. Same thing, boom, for thing already. It's lies, money, and give them back. It's shit. It's approved by all you are. Yeah? You know, blame JPS by us. Go raise up money for money like that. That's bullshit. It's approved by all you are. Yeah? You know.
So when Mr. Lonesome is saying that we cannot blame JPS. It was approved by the OUR. That's their function, is an independent body. So it's not like JPS is just not regulated. They're just here being a menace. No. That's not the case. We have to look deeper to the root cause of the problem. And we have to look deeper. It's not JPS is the problem.
No blame JPS. JPS want money, you know. To run the light and power. But it has to take a toll back the people in Jamaica. In at the same time, they might blame a contract when I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
The contract can just say operate. Now nothing to do with the price, it's not finished price. But one contract I'll tell you what's the price in the fucking future. That makes sense too, no?
No, that doesn't make no sense.
You have a 25-year contract. But it around the contract, you have a contract, you have a rate. The OUR regulate.
Exactly.
But the fuck the dumb, hey,
Yo, anyway.
Yeah, so we need starting to go to the work and tell me and correct the figure and stop running that misleading, right?
But can they do that work? But where's the proof, Raleigh, that this government is accurately collecting the data out there?
Well, we have none of that. True.
No proof that the data that this government is collecting is accurate.
Right. Yes. Like we tell the told them, we have everything at our fingertips, you know. Right. Like them we spread misinformation, yeah? We have all of the info at our fingertips.
All right, sir.
So what are they?
So again, as I was saying, we're talking to Ralston Iman, the #1 financial analyst. Anyway.
But now to the responsibility of the Jamaican people
who elected this administration knowing all of that.
Then where them out?
We have a special dispensation in the country now. This is a situation that we have never experienced before, and we have to put gas into the system in order to get the economy up and running quickly. So we are going to reduce the benchmark rate, and we expect a response from you, because almost 2 years now and you haven't responded, and if you do not respond, this is what we are going to do. XYZTQRSPUV. So the minister and the governor of the Bank of Jamaica should have been sitting down with the president of the Bankers Association to allow the economy to suffer, because
the banks have them covered.
Yeah, so the point I'm making to is that they have to pay the price. That's the point I'm making to you.
Somebody was
because
asking
the price is slower economic growth and more suffering. Simple.
And all of us may have to pay that price.
All of us will have to pay that price.
Somebody was asking when the banks cut interest rate. Send
the credit card rate go down. Yeah, everything would have. Yeah,
right. So about 5 times they have cut interest rate.
Yeah,
and the commercial banks have not moved a muscle.
No. And when
based on that rally, I am siding with the central bank not to move tomorrow.
Yeah, and that for
the banks don't move.
More find the part of my talk about JP. Sorry, I never have the time, sir. Really people. Sorry, brother.
Never impotent government. But government who have no discount, because when the central banks give that US dollars, I am thinking if we were listening to Raleigh, if we were listening to Ralston and financial expertise on the Jamaican economy, does Andrew Holness, the shadow minister of finance, listen and learn? It would help. Ask Raleigh how much.
Inflation last year, Christmas.
If you can't challenge the numbers, stand down. Go into the new financial year.
10% right now.
Based on what?
So we need some accurate data on those things. OUR is to report, to regulate the utilities, but the OUR...
Here we go.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I am fine, thanks.
I want to find out something. The OUR, right?
Yeah.
What is the purpose of the OUR?
Hold on, let me see if Ralston can answer that. You heard the question?
What is the purpose of the OUR?
Yes.
Well, the purpose of the OUR is to report, to regulate the utilities, but the OUR have to regulate them within the context of the license. OUR cannot arbitrarily put up some regulations. They have a license that they have to buy, which is a legal thing. So, in some instances, it's not the OUR is the problem. Some instances, it is the license is the problem. Another thing is that the OUR is paid by the utilities, which is madness in the first place. Yeah, there's a kind of conflict of interest which weak them man. So they have the license to deal with, and they have to, just as you said, you pay the piper, call the tune.
Let me go back. Last time I have to listen to Ralston and nothing is black and white, innit? Let me see a while ago.
Some instances, it's not the OUR is the problem. Some instances, it is the license is the problem. Another thing is that the OUR is paid by the utilities, which is madness in the first place.
The OUR is paid by the utilities?
Another thing is that the OUR is paid by the utilities, which is madness in the first place. Yeah, there's a kind of conflict of interest which weak them man.
How in God's green earth, ladies and gentlemen, do the utility company pay the regulatory company that regulate them? That's like, and follow me here, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Kodak moment. That is like Big Pharma funding research on their products with scientists. Sometimes I talk and I wonder if people are understanding me. I really wonder. I really wonder. Let's play that back.
By the utilities, which is madness in the first is the problem. Another thing is that the OUR is paid by the utilities, which is madness in the first place. Yeah, there's a kind of conflict of interest which weak them man. So they have the license to deal with, and they have, just as you say, you pay the piper, call the tune.
But isn't it our money pays the OUR by paying something on our bill, because what I understand, Rally, is that JPS not paying not really not anything where come up, them just had something to a bill and say you will help pay for that.
Yeah, but my thing would be it would be better to pay the OUR directly from the budget.
Let me see if the caller heard the answer.
I understand what Ima say. I understand what Rastanheim say. Yeah, I'm going with Rastanheim, man. And I understand where Shaka is coming from. It's like, yes, it's the JPS that actually pays the OUR, but there's a but. All them do is add more money on our bill to pay them. That still leaves that conflict of interest. It's very, in this climate of corruption in Jamaica, it's very unsettling. Even the most minuscule level of what seems to be a conflict of interest or what is corrupt, it triggers me. I don't like it. I don't.
Caller, you heard the answer?
I don't like
No, your phone was on mute a while ago. Was on hold a while ago.
Oh, yeah, I had to switch to talk back to Rally, so Rally could hear you. What Rally is saying is that the OUR is basically a regulator of those companies like JPS, the telecoms and them thing there, and they are paid by those companies. So OUR not really have much for them.
So in order to do the government.
It is a government agency, but they regulate these companies.
And the energy minister is the head of that, right?
If the energy minister is the head of the OUR?
Yeah, then no approve can't make any raise without if you signing off on it, don't it?
I don't think you have to sign off on it, you know. Hold on, let me find out from Rally.
The head of the OUR is on the subject. The head of the OUR have to sign off. The minister not have to sign off on it.
The minister don't have to sign off. Hold on.
No, he must, yeah.
So, caller, the minister don't have to sign off. The OUR do them thing.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because the energy minister came out and said something about the raise that JPS got. So I was wondering if he was making the statement that basically was saying that he don't have any control over it or anything.
The minister don't have no control over it. The OUR either approve or they don't approve.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, man.
So, Randy, don't you think that the government should have a say in what takes place as it relates to the increase in light bill and all of that?
Well, the say would be in the likes of a car. Remember, the man said them operate a free market economy where the government has set the price.
Yeah, but you can't call it a free market economy when there's no competition.
Precisely, but that is why I'm saying, those are some of the things that have to be written in the license. You have to change up the license to include competition and all of them things. You can't demand them about monopoly on distribution if you are going to run an economy where you're not going to be involved in price setting.
Why is the government not willing to call JPS to the table now, Roddy?
Sita?
Well, I hear the minister now saying I call him to the table after discussion between now and the time, the 2027.
But why we have to go to 2027? Why we need to go to 2027? What Philip Paulwell constantly tells us is that this license was signed in 2005.
Yeah.
It was reviewed in 2008, he told us. There was another review in 2015 because he did that review. And a review was pending for 2020. Was that review done in 2020?
Not that I know of. So, yeah, we can call in the man rather than conduct the thing with the public. You need to call in the man and sit down and have a proper discussion with them.
And what
rather than the grandstanding.
What Philip Paulwell constantly tells us is that there's no magic date for 2027.
Right.
These clauses that we are talking about, my understanding is that the Minister of Energy can call JPS and say, listen, we want these changes to the license.
Yeah, man.
Do you agree?
Let JPS say them don't agree why the government is refusing to change the thing now and then gaslighting the country, telling us that nothing can be done until 2027. It's a lie.
Bingo. That is important, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you why that is important. Daryl Vaz has the power and this government to go to JPS. They could have sat with JPS this whole time and said, listen, you want the 15-year contract? This is what we want. These stipulations. Period. Argument done. You get me? I say have a discussion, have a talk. We want to get back on our feet. You want to cooperate. This is what we need. And once they are, they are forthcoming and they are, they are really about building for the people. You have these private discussions. If they are about that life, then you know where you stand now. Them can give them the 15-year contract and with the stipulations and the changes in the contract that benefit the people. So this monopoly has now ended. You understand now they'll be in a competitive space. And guess what? We wouldn't have to lend the 150 million to them because they would now have the 15-year on their contract to have leverage to go to anybody and say, lend me some money. We need some money if you borrow. We have a 15-year contract. We need some money if you borrow. Simple. Simple, ladies and gentlemen. Simple. Simple.
Yeah.
Lie, Daryl, lie.
My God.
But why they refusing to do it, Raleigh?
Listen.
Well, I don't know. And many of the local associations like the JMA and all of those people, so they are willing to help them because they have some ideas as to how this thing can be done. But them money don't want to help from the body. They want to take on everything so they can't manage that have expertise in.
And that's why we are saying to the labor rights who are monitoring this channel, tell Daryl who want answers to these questions. Why is it that he can't try to negotiate this thing and done it now? Is he either done it now or come back to us and say, listen, we go to GPS, we try it, they are not budgeting, so the license come to us in 2027.
Right.
Why you can't try to fix it now to ease off the pressure now? Why you are saying that we must wait and dead and night till 2027? This is not good governance.
No.
This is not good governance.
And remember, for those who have short memories and are so biased, I love to talk about Badmind. But to give a history. Many of the people used to say the cable and wireless monopoly couldn't be broken up, But we have to go up on road, go use them big phone there and all of them something there to make foreign call and ICAS and all of those things.
Yes.
And Philip Alwell successfully negotiated that some of them know what about digitalization. Him are the father of digitalization and break up the cable and wireless monopoly.
And let me remind the people.
2 phone and 3 phone and now I come tell me about this and that,
And let me...
You see, what he just did, is eliminate the excuses that would come from the Jamaica Labour Party. There was a similar situation with Cable and Wireless, and he negotiated a deal before the deal was ended. The deal never did done, and he went to the table with them and had discussions with them and got a better deal for the country. Why Daryl Vaz cannot do that? Or another question, is Daryl Vaz refusing to do that? And another question after that, if he is refusing to do it, why? I see, this is my opinion. This is why I believe that the Jamaica Labour Party don't like people that are critical thinkers. People that are critical thinkers, this is a no-no for them. They create mischief. Hello, TikTok? They create mischief. Them bad mind, them wicked and them evil. Critical thinkers. That's what Daryl Vaz think of critical thinkers. Oh, and don't forget when he said that, people them dunce. Not my word. Ratigan always play on his show. That's what they think of us, ladies and gentlemen. But in some ways, can I blame them? We voted them back in and gave them a third term. Can I blame them?
Remind the people that cable and wireless license would have expired 2038.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. Cable and wireless license would have expired 2038, and Mr. Philip Powell sat with them years ago and got that monopoly. So why can't Daryl Voss do that? Daryl Voss could have done that 5 years ago with JPS. Do you know how much money, if he really cared about you having electricity, you know how much money you'd be saving right now? And a transformative contract that would give some competition. Do you know how fast JPS and the competition would be working to restore light to people, to show that, yo, I am the better option, pick me. And here are better prices for your light bill, because I'm just saying, the people win in that situation. The people win.
Voice is simply...
Same thing that happened with Digicel and cable and wireless. Yeah, same thing.
It wouldn't expire yet.
Right.
But Philip Baldwin took the decision to call them in and have a negotiation early.
Right. So that's why...
No, think about that, guys. Let me Google it.
People can talk about digitalization now, have 3 phone or 5 phone and internet.
And we can do what we're doing now.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and we can connect up by StreamYard and bring video from everywhere and bring it into one broadband internet competition in the market.
So tell the uneducated trolls them who don't know that you are educated them know about everything. Yeah.
It is Philip Paulwell who made that change.
So that we can have BPO and all of them stuff there.
Yeah. Tell them! All of the people who know we have free internet in a town square. It was Philip Paulwell who did that.
Yep. Something that people thought was impossible.
So they thought possible. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Powell, as the relevant minister, was instrumental in negotiating the agreement with Cable and Wireless to end their monopoly with the historic agreement signed on September 30th, 1999. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. That would have been 39 years before the contract ended. Cable and Wireless had a monopoly. They had a monopoly. And Philip Powell negotiated with them. And they came to an agreement. This deal paved the way for the full liberalization of Jamaica's telecommunications sector, which officially began in phases starting March 2000. March year 2000. This agreement allowed the introduction of competitive, notably with the licensing of new secular providers like Digicel, Sentinel. Who remember Sentinel? What? Ending C&W's 25-year exclusive license period. Come on, man. The man them had almost 40 years left. And Philip Powell got them to sign a deal to end that monopoly. 40 years, almost 40 years before the time. And this company, something in 2027, and the excuse by Daryl Voss is that we're, between now and 2027. What? Bro, get the deal done now. Why wait? The people them don't just need light, they need light so they can't afford. We are in a recovery phase. People broke and hungry. People not in a house. People lose their farm and chicken. The all type of something. We have life. It's a depressing time where we have to continue to worry about heavy tax light bills. Huh? Come on, man. If you really care about the people, stop lying to the people. And listen to Philip Palwell and listen to the PMP. On the two prideful that the JLP and the dunce, Daryl Vaz and the whole of. You see that on the dunce are incompetent and on wicked, brother. Because if you don't know what do, why you can't strike a deal with JPS now? Why you can't negotiate a better deal for people? I come talk about we don't want about JPS because that deal. Even I can't see the only way to stop JPS or have the monopoly and have the bad deal they have is to totally throw away JPS. That is not true. They did not totally throw away cable and wireless. It's not true. And that is the narrative where Daryl Vaz coming out here trying to pin on the people. Taking advantage of the people. The people's ignorance. I was ignorant to what I learned from Colin Bell on Poland Spice TV on YouTube and Ralston Hyman his guest. I was ignorant to that. I knew there was some instrumental thing with C&W, but I never knew it was. I just read it a while ago. I never knew it was that instrumental. It was that magnanimous. No, I was never a Labourite. Never. I frowned on both parties before because I just see two of them like, yo, the blame game pointing on the other one and we the people in the middle of it a suffer. And I thought it was like a 3-man car type of vibes where, I never trust none of them. But I never trusted the Labourite more because of the things that they did, the Carl Gardner incident, some of them history, and then the CIA involvement with Siaga. I never trusted the Labourites. And then I learned more about politics and the history of it and some dark things happening with the JLP and the shower pass. I'm like, man, this is one violent party. It's just pure violence. You get what I'm saying? And then, come on. The shower pass is not something positive that came to the world. That's nothing positive. It didn't help the United States. It never helped Jamaica. It was a terrible negative for us. And we are actually living, or the way our society is right now, is an actual, offspring of that type of environment back in the day that these same politicians them did craft on the Labour Party side. You get what I say? So no, I was never a Labourite, but nobody could ever call me a PNP either. Yeah, because when I burn out the two of them, that's why I like the UIC, because that is my natural, real preference to go away from both political parties here in Jamaica. But when I assess the situation, the people are not ready for the UIC. They are not. The people are not even ready to stand up for themselves and come together. Really together. Throw away all of it and just admit it like a good hospital. We are in trouble. These people are not the right people for the job. And unless we demand them to be removed, we are going to be in worse trouble down the line because of the decisions that they're making. And who for pocket them are fattened, not the pockets of the people of Jamaica. You get me?
And while it's thoughtful.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Cable and wireless was it. But Raleigh, let's give the people a little update now.
Never left that right. So ladies and gentlemen, go ahead over to Portland Spice TV, check him out. Go to Andre Stevenson as well and check him out, and also the teacher. This is how we know some reggae dub scene, the history of reggae music channel. You see me? I'm sure someone go check them out.
I want a location to sell some plants. in a Kingston or Portmore or Spanish Town Saturday. If any tourists coming from Jamaica, where are the tourists coming from? When you putting them here? Mr. Dr. Henry. Dr. Henry, this one when you Dr. Henry. Recession there a long time. Recession there from February 2016. 21? February 2016. From February 2016. Recession there from that man take over the island. Recession. You have political recession. We have social.
Hey, never tell a lie today, no. Andre went off. He didn't tell a lie.
Social recession, psychological recession, spiritual recession.
What can go so?
So when we are here, PIOJ come up, Planning Institute, another Tutsi of the government. Planning Institute.
For me personally, the PIOJ has no credibility. None whatsoever. I mean, zero credibility.
Another Tutsi of the government. When I hear them come saying grace recession has been here in Jamaica from February 25th, 2016. The moment the man say, I, Andrew Michael Boldness, it's like a great depression and recession set out on the island. Aren't you tired of them? Aren't you tired of them and their narratives? Then come tell you Jamaica that we are the lowest unemployment rate in less than 30-40 years. And every time I look, it's a papa I see on the road. So I want to know, is paupering unemployment? If it's paupering an employment opportunity, because you have more pauper than actually employed people.
Yo, for the people on my TikTok, you can see a video. I put out a video. I'm gonna put it out when I'm done. I reacted to this part. Yo, trust me, man. What? Yo, is real talking about Reggie. This unemployment statistics with the man in my float around, bro, are one of the most deceptive statistics I ever heard the government talk about. And it's like, that's why I don't even argue with labor rights. Them come on the channel and then they'll come with them combative spirit and recognize them. You just block your bro. Real thing. I want to waste a time for a conversation with somebody in labor right there, you know? Because context don't matter to them, you know? Oh, statistics are this right there. Oh, I'll make up your nice. If the standard is 1 hour a week, makes you employed, when you measure yourself from that perimeter, I mean, are you measuring yourself from a position of strength? Even if the so-called unemployment rate in Jamaica is done by what they say it is, it's not a very hard measure. Let me tell you something. That is like saying I'm fast as Usain Bolt while driving in a Ferrari. It's not really you now, is it? It's the Ferrari. You're not as fast as Usain Bolt. The Ferrari is as fast as Usain Bolt. Get it? Just saying. I'm just saying. Context matters. So, you carrying down the level of employment to the most minuscule description it could be, 1 hour a week, destroys the credibility of unemployment rate in Jamaica. Just throw that argument through the door. Just dash it away. Please and thanks.
Chose Jamaica. He never chose Jamaica, he chose himself. And when I'm telling him brace for recession, brace for hungry days, brace for dark days, Jamaica. Days for suffering days. Brace for suffering days. Tampering season start already. You know, one time you would have sell out already for Christmas. You don't sell out because there's more water more than flour.
True,
or flour more than water. Dr. Henry, recession not just there now. Technical recession exists from last year. and 9 years ago, political, social, psychological, economic recession has taken. You know what the recession is called from 2016? Bitter medicine, ball out. Bitter medicine is the recession that we have taken on for the last time, the first time he became prime minister. Tell us the connection. Tell us the connection.
All of these arrangements, there's one player. Yeah? They did the first.
Sure, turn up this tube. Is just any with that and care. Go work hard. Only give me this tube is like barbecue in the
and studying
and see. What is that one? Hello, good night. Welcome to PDTV.
Is this Professor Stevens?
You know that I must suspend you.
Please don't.
Yeah, I must suspend you for truancy, you know.
No, we learn how to work tonight. I don't know me already. Truancy. Meaning. Truancy means the action of staying away from school without good reason. Absenteeism. I never knew that's what it meant. Now I know. So that word that was that word was yeah, skull school, exactly, George. Yeah, in skull school. So yeah, I was honestly I was about to reach out to Head Boy now. To be honest with you, I was about to reach out to him because I was like, man, I haven't heard from Head Boy, not on my program per se, you know, but just like on Partner Jar TV. I haven't heard anybody say, boy, we hear from Head Boy, I say, reality, and I say, yo, all of the people, and brother, the money just gone in a seclusion. And you know, some more after the opportunity to big up Camilla, right, Mango? Big up yourself, mama. Don't know if anybody is a supporter or somebody close to you that watch me. If you guys watch and support her like how I watch and support her and respect her, please give her that message. All of you and her, so if you big up herself. You understand what I say? Enough respect and manners. And thank her for everything what she do. Or she try to do to open up the minds of the people and historical facts. Not propaganda. Big up right Mango. Yes, big up right Mango. You hear that? No joke about it. Yeah. But truancy. Yeah.
Okay. I must suspend you for truancy. You have been missing for almost 2 months now. What you saying to me today?
I am busy on studying the labor rights.
Oh, you're busy studying the labor rights.
You see this thing you raised about Edmund Rich?
Right? Edmund Rich, yes.
Right? And it's so interesting, it's Edmund Rich. This company is very questionable. And I'll tell you why. They did Edmund Rich, and then they have done also 2 other projects. Right? They're about to do Mount Nelson in the road to Mandeville. Yes? That's a piece of land where they want to run after people after.
Mighty yeah? Yes.
And then I'll go again. They signed a partnership with the what do you call it? The social housing.
The social housing
directorate.
Yes.
To do this. So whilst they were doing Edmund Rich, the model house of the social house. Hello?
Yes.
So I am now asking the question. Is it the same social house and build the people in Edmund Rich and sell them for 10 and 14 million?
Mighty God.
I don't know. You
what a question.
I am asking. But from an understanding of this company, it really should be building these social housing. This is a prefabricated structure.
You know, so they mashed down in the hurricane.
Prefabricated structures are not zoned for hurricane zones. And by imagine the housing agency of Jamaica has entered a relationship with a company that is using prefabricated structures in a zone that is known as category 3 hurricanes before we reach a category 5 the other day.
Good point.
But, you know, I want to show you the connection.
Tell us the connection. Tell us the connection.
In all of these arrangements, there's one player. Yes? And that player sits very closely to the Prime Minister.
I hear it is not prefabricated house. I hear it is dry walls.
Well, people need to stop this thing. The Chinese are tricking us, teach up drywall and prefab is the same. Because the density
course.
Or box and cancer, as we call it in Jamaica.
Yes.
Which is what the Chinese are known to do.
Yes.
They fill up the pockets with the cement and then put in them because they build the proper base.
Yes.
Nothing was screwed down on that. But not to move from the point. Something is untoward happening at HAJ.
Yes.
Something, the same thing at Nova Portmore, you know. But the people can't get the most for them pay for.
Oh.
But the same housing agency of Jamaica guaranteed a loan to the developer. Really? Something untoward is happening at housing agency of Jamaica. And I hope in the rebuilding of these houses that they're going to do, that this company is not senior.
Oh Lord.
A matter of fact, they must abandon the project that they have started in Mount Nelson if it is the same materials that they're going to use. This is nonsense. And you know, teacher, as I go, right, I am asking the people National Party, if they don't realize that the GLP, who don't know nothing about local governance reform, is using the local governance reform to circumvent them.
Oh.
What do I mean by that?
Tell us.
The parish structures are clearly there. If there's a disaster, it is the parish disaster management committees that kick into operation. The Minister of Local Government by virtue of this post is automatically invited to the parish disaster management committee meetings. Yes? And he sits on that committee as a representative or the mayor as the head of the parish.
Well, then take over everything now.
No, but I'm
central government take over everything.
So who is saying that? So if you're saying that this is not political, if you're saying that the people need not be political, if you're saying the opposition's comments need not to be political, you can't call it that when you are the political, you have your own approach to the circumventing the structure. Wow. If the PD, if the parish disaster management committees were working, Westmoreland would need the Prime Minister down here.
Yes. I see where you're coming from.
They would need him. And I'm saying the PNP needs to take them. It needs to be brought to a constitutional review or a judicial review to ask if the Prime Minister is abusing the powers under this.
PNP, I think you guys should look into what that boy is saying. Because this trying to be body with the JLP, it's not working. They have no genuine or even fictional intention to partner with you. And we, the people of Jamaica, are suffering because of it. So I would take that on, what he just said. Because I believe that there is some abuse of powers, but I don't understand the legalities. You know what I mean? And what he just explained, I can now see what he's saying. I'm having a better understanding of how this thing works. You know what I mean?
And the disaster management act.
Well, something that we can
no such power to be leading the charge in this.
Well, the moment you see him take out the man out of ODP and fire him, you can't say this man is a law to himself.
Exactly.
Remember Nara, why you think to come with Nara? Right? Because under our laws, Nara has no power. It is really the ODP that have the power. Right? And then, but you know, Professor, all I can say is we'll sit and watch them because it is obvious to me that the jail has not changed, and the worst thing could have happened to Jamaica is disaster when they're going to get access to all of this money.
My God. The money going to choke them, you know. The money going to choke them.
But it's a trap. It's a trap.
It's going to trap up and web up Jamaica because all we're going to pay up them the only trillions of dollars.
No, but not just the trap. Remember, Seattle, in 1988, Seattle started to lose ground. Started to lose ground from 86.
Yes.
But in 88, it was this treatment that it was the response to the hurricane that started to lose. So big in 89.
Yes.
And people keep on forgetting that. So this same storm, Melissa, right, is going to be catapulting failure of Andrew Smart Network. Because when it comes on to developmental money, right, in this format, they're going to audit it. It's not. Remember, you know, when you're dealing with World Bank, right, Development Bank,
when we think about the person's never like the iron is being around. Because when the iron is around, you could spend the way you want to spend.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
So sometimes we have been taught that the iron is bad.
Yes.
But sometimes in small developing nations, the iron is not so bad because they want to your money and spend.
Well, let us see what is going to be the outcome of this. All right,
Yes, yeah. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it there. Shout out to Andre Stevens, Badaja TV, Mr. Wayne Lonesome, his channel on YouTube, Mr. Colin Bell. Shout out to London 45. Yeah, I think that's it. And shout out to y'all that are here with me at this hour in the night, 3:10 a.m. Big up on yourself. England, wherever you are in the world. Salute. I gotta go. Blessings. I gotta get some rest.